Hi guys. It is January 2nd, 2026, and I feel like this is like a fresh start. One of my goals for 2026 is to capture my life more because I feel like I am in a really interesting phase of my life right now, a sort of in between where so much is happening that I've like always dreamed for and always hoped for, and I really want to be able to look back and remember it for what it is and that I might forget about. I want to do that by making videos, and I feel like that's something that I start to do each year. I get into like a little phase, I get really motivated, I start to post, and I always pull back and I always stop because I think I become afraid of the fear of inauthenticity from my voice, as well as being perceived and judged by others. And that's something that I don't think is easy for anybody to like just not think about, because like we're humans, we care about what other people think of us, of course. But as 2026 has begun, I've just been reflecting a lot about like what my dreams and my goals are, and this is something that ever since I was a little kid, like I just love the idea of capturing and making videos and talking, and I wasn't so afraid when I was younger. I had a sort of fearlessness around all of this that has changed since I've gotten older. I'm more self-aware and self-critical now. I think that 2026, I want to do that younger version of me some justice, and I want to just give it a go and do it for me and do it for fun, because this should be fun, life should be fun. And yeah, just start to capture like what I'm doing, because I think life is really cool right now, and why not capture it and why not share it? So today, this is what I'm up to. I'm here in my childhood bedroom, childhood in air quotes because we moved here when I was a sophomore in high school, feeling nostalgic because my mom mentioned to me that we might be moving, and I don't live here anymore, so I live actually very far away from here, which means that this might be one of my last times here, which is so sad to think about. Like, it's so filled with like me and my life. So I'm feeling nostalgic, but also I guess that is part of growth and part of growing up. In the spirit of cataloging my life and chasing my dreams, I have like always wanted, I like the idea of having a podcast. I don't want to say I've always wanted to have a podcast because I feel like that's kind of a crazy thing to say. Like, I wasn't like 5 years old and being like, I just want to sit and have a podcast. I think it's such a negative buzzword now too, because it's got this sort of like bro podcast like vibe. That's not me. And if you know me, you know that I've had a podcast before with my best friend, and that was so much fun. I like the idea of just like talking and sharing my experiences, and then opening up like a comment section for other people to comment on their experiences. So in the spirit of doing this, while also not wanting to wanting to have kind of a balance of like, I put the camera in front of me when I'm like showing my life and talking about my life, and then put the microphone in front of me when I'm doing other things. I don't know if that makes any sense. I made like a digital version of me and a digital version of like my bedroom. I think that that's what I want to have while I'm like on the screen while I'm talking for a podcast. And so this is her or me, I guess. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna record, I guess, a podcast episode. I don't know. I think I hear myself saying that. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to be one of those like people that's just like has nothing to say. But I gotta get out of my own way, maybe. I think everyone has something to say. That's what I'm up to right now. going back tomorrow, so I've been doing some packing, and today I'm picking up some last minute essentials from CVS. I don't know why being here specifically makes me so nostalgic. Like, CVS. I kind of love this. Okay, a little CVS haul because I feel like that's classic. I got some stuff for my stomach because weirdly, when I moved to Italy, I started to get like insane, intense nausea randomly. And when you go into a pharmacy there and you're like, oh, like, can I have something for nausea? They ask like what the root problem is, and then they try to treat that, and they don't really have anything for like symptoms, so it's kind of hard to like exist while you're trying to figure out what the root cause is because the symptoms are awful. I'm just like sometimes just like not being able to eat because I get like, I don't know, super nauseous. So while I'm here, I figured I would grab some things that might help with nausea while I try to figure out the root cause of that, and probably get like a gluten intolerance test when I get back. And then I also printed out some photos because they're half off for the new year, so I think I printed like 25 photos for $5, which I feel like that's pretty good, but the quality is not their best. I did this like when I moved to college to have like photos of like family and friends up, but they didn't have the option for like the normal photos, so they all are like matte and they just look like I maybe could have just printed them like at home on my home printer. So I don't love that, but I want to redo it, so I'm happy with it. It'll be photos of family and friends up on my wall in Italy. That's better than nothing. Please excuse the giant pimple post-travel acne, but I've been here for a few days now. I forgot to make a little I'm back in Italy moment. I'm back and my days are now consisting of lots of yoga and errands and studying. So this next few weeks are going to be study heavy before my next travel adventure. I will see you guys then, I guess, and happy New Year. It's a little bit into the new year now, but Happy New Year.